As we can see in the Dow, there was a slow curve. Once the price came back up from the bullish Harami, which told us the selling had stopped, came right back up to the 50-day moving average, consolidated, but note how the T-line created a rounding bottom, slow curve, also known as the T-line crunch. Now with the price going through the 50 and today confirming, the last hurdle is to get through this little downtrending channel. If it does that, we're basically wave 1, wave 2, starting wave 3. The S&P 500 also confirmed with this slow. Look at the indecisive trading that occurred once it came up to the 50-day moving average, but they wouldn't let it close below the T-line. Coming back up through. We did a doji today in the S&P 500, which makes this scenario extremely simple. The probabilities are that we're going to move higher based on the stochastics moving up, and we're right at this resistance level. It's going to move in the direction of how they open it after a doji. If they open it positive, we have a doji sandwich, which means they should close it up here, which puts you well above this trend resistance. And that was more evident in the NASDAQ that did close above this downtrending channel on Friday with a gap up. Now we have bullish confirmation. Even though it wasn't great today, it was still above this trend channel with stochastics coming up. If this market opens positive tomorrow, they're going to be moving well away from this resistance, making wave 1, wave 2, and the start of wave 3 started with doji, doji, gap up, gap up. Those are very strong indications that the bulls were anxious to get back into the bullish side. And having the ability to visually recognize where to see bullish signals, SOHU, S-O-H-U, is one that we recommended based upon, notice the doji, bullish engulfing, a left-right combination, right smack dab on the 50-day moving average. Today they moved it positive again. If they break through this level tomorrow, you essentially have a scoop pattern that came back to the 50, and now you'll have a slingshot effect to the upside, making this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 bouncing off the 50-day moving average. And our recent recommendation on REGI was based on, notice the T-line crunch. They couldn't close this below or even trade it below the T-line, and you've got this big rounding bottom and a resistance level right here. Once it broke through that resistance level, that meant the buyers were going to be there with great strength, which is what occurred today. So just being able to visually see that there was indecisive trading that couldn't close below the T-line gave us the opportunity that as long as we were in an uptrend, the probabilities of a breakout were extremely high. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.